Shalom, back with part 4, all right? Who shall be redeemed and saved, all right? Obviously, people, it's very evident who, all right? For the Lord's portion is his people. You see that? For the Lord, Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. You see that? The 12 tribes of Israel. And it all starts with the elect. Give me a minute. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy God power. The Lord Yahweh thy God power hath chosen thee. See? Chosen thee to be a special people. That word special, you go into it in the blue letter, means treasure. We are the jewels of the Lord. We are his treasure. All right? You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes. All right? A special people unto himself above all the people. See that? Above all the people that are on the face of the earth. So yes, you're above Esau, and he knows that. Okay? His hatred is an enmity. Go back to Genesis 3:15. It's what the Lord placed in him between, that serpent seed and the woman is Israel. All right? In a minute. Okay, Matthew 24:31 to keep on. I started 30. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man, right? Yahushua coming in the clouds. That's a metaphor for the chariots. Psalms 104 and 3, he maketh the clouds his chariots, all right? In the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together who? The whole world? Edomites? The other 60 heathen nations? No. The elect. His elect. All right? The elect of Israel. Starting with the 144. All men, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes, plus the great multitude. That's a 1/3. From the 4 winds, right? North, south, east, west. From one end of heaven onto the other. Give me a minute. All right. I want to get right to the point. This is Revelations, the 7th chapter. Verse 3. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed. All right? And that's a mark that, the angels can see. All right? Till we have sealed the servants of our God power in their foreheads. That's important because we're going to go to Revelations, the 14th chapter in a minute. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. You see anybody else mentioned there? Edomites? Any of the other 60 heathen nations? No. And this continues all the way down. And the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. So on and so forth. Now, when you get down here to verse 9, some people like Vocab Malone and others, all right, that are keeping truth from you, all right, as they have for centuries. And after this I beheld, lo, a great multitude which no man could number of all nations. Right away, they try to tell you that this is talking about the other nations. No, haven't we already read, right, when he comes back for the elect, he's going to the 4 corners of the earth, the 4 winds, north, south, east, west, from one end of heaven unto the other. The Israelites were scattered, James 1 and 1, to the Israelites that are scattered abroad, right? You understand? And that's all over the scriptures, all right, about the scattering of the Israelites, all right? So no, this is talking about Israelites that were scattered into those Gentile heathen nations, right? And remember when we started the lesson, Matthew 10:5 and 6, go not into the way of the Gentiles or the Samaritans, but rather go unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Okay, so again, and kindreds and peoples and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, all right? White stands for purity, and palms in their hands. A palm stands for victory, all right? To prove to you that this is talking about Israelites that are scattered into the Gentile heathen nations, we're going to go to the word kindreds here, all right? Here in the blue letter.
Strong's G 5443. Foulet.
Foulet, right? See, try it. In the New Testament, there you go, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. There you go, people, right in your faces. All right? So don't let anybody deceive you. All right? Now, the other nations going to be in the kingdom? Yeah, but they're going to be in captivity. All right? They're going to be, under subjection. All right? Under the Israelites, in chains, doing hardcore slavery for at least 1,000+ years. All right? All right. Give me a minute. All right, this is to close out Revelations 14, 1-5. And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead. We just read that in Revelations, the 7th chapter, right? In the 3rd verse. All right, until we have sealed the servants, with the Lord's name in their foreheads. Yeah, we just read it. And I heard the voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and the voice of great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harp. And they sung as it were a new song, right? Okay? Again, go back to St. John's 3:16, right? Orderly and harmonious arrangement, the new song, all right? Before the throne, before the 4 beasts and elders, and no man could learn that song. See, no one else could learn it but the 144,000, and of course, the great multitude. But it all starts with the elect, who, starting with our elders on down, we are the apostles, the teachers, all right, the evangelists that are bringing forth this truth to the great multitude, all right, that will be included. That includes women and children, all right, that make up the 1/3, all right. So this is them, right, 144,000 plus the great multitude which were redeemed from the earth. See, nobody else. These are they which were not defiled with women, meaning other philosophies, other doctrines, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among the men, being the first fruits, first spirits ever created, right, unto the Most High and to the Lamb, all right? And in their mouth was found no guile. See that? No guile. For they are without fault before the throne of God. All right, people, I'm out. I'm on to the next one. Hope you're edified. Shalom.